All right, so in this video, we're going to be going over the Hollyland Mark II for wedding videographers. We're going to be going over the pros. We're going to be going over the cons. We're going to be going over how I use it on wedding days. And we're going to be going over the conclusions of this mic and actually why you should get it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Very first thing. Oh man, I already opened this up. It doesn't even let me put this thing together. Where's the other part? There it is. Anyways, all right, let's do this. Very first thing about this, okay? It's very discreet. Look how, let me see if I can get you. This is the mic. It's very discreet. This is honestly my favorite part because I can just go over here. I can mic it up to anybody. So we're talking about the pros of this mic right now. So watch this. Boom, right? I'll put it in the wrong spot. Anyways, ideally it'd be right here. You see it's super easy. You put the big piece in the back. Oh my gosh, I'm like doing really bad at this right now. Here we go. You get the point, all right? You get the point. Like, look how clean this is compared to this necklace that I have on, okay? So that's step number one, is how discreet, and I'm going to show you some examples right now of what it looks like on wedding days in terms of, you know, having people with it on.
Do you guys make a good smile here?
So next up is, it's not expensive. So I think in the making this video, it's like around Black Friday. So it's like $90, but it's probably going to range anywhere between $90 to $115 for the combo. That's inexpensive in terms of the camera world. Come on, guys. Like, that's fairly inexpensive. Great deal in terms of cost. Okay. Next up is the battery life. Battery life on this is absolutely amazing. I think it says online it's like 9 or 10 hours. And I've done multiple weddings without charging it. So I'll go out there, I'll film a wedding. Next day, don't even charge it. Do it again. Next week, don't even charge it. Film it again. I think I've done like 5 or 4 weddings before having to actually recharge it. Maybe you shouldn't, you know, do that like me, but it works and I don't really have to charge it that much. And battery life is phenomenal. Next up is the quality is amazing. And now let me hear this. Let me tell you this. Quality on microphones don't actually matter anymore because of such AI and post-production. For example, I'm in this studio that has no sound, it has nothing to do, it's echoey. It's super echoey in this studio that I'm in. But when you're watching this movie, watching this video right now, guarantee you're not going to hear any echo. It sounds like a very professional mic, but it's, you know, this little, the DJI Mini, right? So technically, like, the quality doesn't actually matter anymore because you just beef it up in post. So yeah, great quality because you can just beef everything up with AI and post productions. Okay. Next up is the speed to apply. The speed to apply this is absolutely crazy. So, like, for example, when I'm about to do, let's say, a first look with the bride and the dad, I'll put this part, right? It's going to be on top. I'm missing the little cord that goes into the camera, but let's just pretend I have it. Anyways, and I'll have this part at the ready. I'll just pop it like that. You can see it right here. And I'll have them both on. All right. And then when they're ready to do the first look, remember I have this ready. This is on. Everything's good. When I go to do the first look, I don't have to take, like, I used to have my tentacle sink, right? And I have to go put it in the lapel, bring it up to the top, put the little Rycoat stickies on there. It takes like maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Anyways, 3 to 4 minutes on a wedding day is a big deal. When it's ready to go, when it's showtime, and I actually have to use this, and it's the first look with the bride, with the dad, I'll just pop this off, go up to the dad, put it on either his tie, in his suit, on the front pocket, and I just pop this on, walk away. 5-10 seconds. All right, it's absolutely life-changing in terms of speed. Like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. So speed to apply is amazing on this, okay? Next up is cons. We're going to be going over the cons of this. There are some cons. It's not perfect, but the pros outweigh the cons. So let me explain to you the cons. There is a 15-minute disconnect that will actually shut off this and this, right? So, and this is how it happens. If these two, let me pop this off. Let me take this off. when you turn this on, when you pop it out of the case and you turn them on, they're going to automatically sync. Now, you should actually do this before going to a wedding. The very first time I popped this out of the case, it did not sync very well. I had to sit there and figure out how to get these things to sync. But after I got it to sync one time, it's good to go. I pop it out, it syncs, everything's good. So I will recommend you to mess with it before going to wedding day. Anyways, so if these two, oh my gosh, there we go. These two get separated. And this goes walking around all the way far, far away. And it doesn't have connection with this. 15 minutes of that, it will shut off the mic. And it will also, I don't know if it'll shut this off. I can't remember. I do know that I notice when it is shut off. But anyways, 15 minutes, it'll disconnect. You have to go up there and turn it on. That scenario will happen when you mic up the officiant. Let's say, ceremonies aren't starting on time. You pop it on there. 20 minutes goes by. I would double check the groom. I would double check the officiant, right? Because it will shut off if it's disconnected. Now, if you have it on and they're always like in the range, you're good. It can go forever. And the 9 hours, everything's fine. It's just when you move them far away and they get disconnected, like oop, 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 it goes far, far away, out of sight. It can't talk to each other. It'll shut off. So that's something you got to be aware of. Out of the 30 weddings that I've used this with, this has only happened to me once, all right? And it's because I was unaware of it. So once it happened to me, I was aware, and now I just avoided it, okay? So it's not that big of a deal because I can just avoid it, all right, now that I know that it exists. Next up is, this sucks at long distance. I know online, I think it says something about 1,000 feet or something like that, and I don't know how true, from my experience, it is not good at long distance. And for example, when I first got this, I was like, okay, great. I'm going to put this mic, I'm going to put this on the back of my safety camera. And that safety camera is in the back of the ceremony getting a wide shot, which is technically the furthest camera from the officiant, because during the ceremony, this is my dedicated officiant mic. Okay, like this is the dedicated officiant mic. The back camera is the furthest camera, so that means this has to transmit all the way back here. And first wedding, second wedding, I tried it. Horrible. It was in and out. It rendered pretty much useless because of how much it was disconnecting. It was like super, super choppy. Maybe I can give an example. I'm going to give you an example right here. Yeah. Never fail. All right, and you can see it wasn't really even that far. Okay, so the distance sucks. To combat this during ceremony is that I go ahead and I put this part on the camera that's getting the reaction of the groom. So when I film weddings, I have 2 cameras on the side, 1 camera in the back. Pretty much the camera up here that's getting the groom shot, like the groom's face walking down the aisle, I put that right. This is what them two are connected. Since I've been doing that, 100%, I've had no issues at all. Absolutely 0 issues with it, okay? And I recommend you just getting the camera as close as, not as close as possible, but don't go too far. It will start to be all wonky, okay? Next up is there's no internal recording. Okay, look, I feel like this is the one thing that I did not like, okay? So the one thing that I did not like, why can I never, I'm going to have to figure this out when I start making more YouTube videos. Jeez Louise, just focus. Ugh. Anyways. Ooh, look at that. I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to put this. Okay, so this part right here, right, does not have internal recording. I wish all I needed was this. That would be amazing. But you have to take this and you have to connect it to your camera. You have to have, it has to be recording to something. And I don't like that. I came from using the tentacle syncs where it just wires. It sends it doesn't transmit anything. It just goes wires down right into the pocket of the groom or right into whoever's talking. I wish this was a thing. where I don't need any other things. I don't need to connect it to camera, nothing. I can just walk around with this. I can pop it on. I can hit record and everything's recorded on this. That would be amazing, but it's not there yet. I wish maybe for the Mark III, that is a thing where I can just walk around with this. That would be, oh, dream come true, okay? So other than that, I did learn to get over it. It's not that big of a deal in terms of me, you know, having this part and connecting it to a camera. It's kind of a bit annoying, but it's not that annoying to where I will not use it. Okay, so next up is how I use this. So the way I use the Hollyland Mark 2S is in a couple different scenarios. The first scenario is first looks with like the dad or with anybody before ceremony, and I do not use it for first look with the groom. All right, so if they're doing a first look, like the groom is, this is not my dedicated mic for the groom. I'm miking him up properly, like he's ready to go for ceremony. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put a mic on him anyways for ceremony. It's just a different setup. I don't use this for the ceremony setup for the groom. Okay, so I don't mic him up. All right, this is also good for gift openings. Any type of gift openings. This is an amazing. Remember, for speed, this is super good, right? That's why I'm using it for first looks and for gift openings. The next up is the officiant, and this is my dedicated mic for the officiant. This is the dedicated mic. And a part of it is speed. I can literally just go up to the officiant, pop this on, and they love it. They're like, oh, this is amazing. This is like, why can't all the wedding videographers have this? Like, it is so easy to just pop on. And I go up to them, pop it on, run away. Okay? Like, this is my dedicated officiant microphone now. Okay? Let me see if I'm missing anything. Backup. Oh, next up would be backup during toast. Now, this, at least for me, this rarely happens. During reception, when people are giving toasts, this recently happened to me where the DJ, like the signals was being all weird and it was going in and out. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. So I just went up, popped this onto the person who's like talking next. I just went up to them, boom, hey, you're up next. Just clip it, because you can clip it anywhere. It's super discreet. And you could technically have it for backup toast. I technically don't like doing that. I just did it because I didn't trust the DJ, I should say that, because of the initial first toast. So, but normally you don't have to do it. Anyways, backup for toast, that's like, I've only done it once, and yeah, if you want to do it, you can. There's other ways to actually do that. Anyways, my conclusion on this mic is that it is 1000% worth getting it in terms of price, pros, cons. The pros outweigh the cons in terms of this exact mic. If you want me to go ahead and make a video on how to actually use it, let me know on wedding days. Let me know. Comment down below, like, make a video on how to use it, and I'll make a video on how to use it. But other than that, we're good to go. You should totally go out and get this mic to film weddings.